Warzone now supports 120 FPS, but there's a twist to that. We're going to talk about all that and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, and with me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
Yeah, Uncle Willie is sad.
Oh, no. I can't imagine. Why? No. Wait, why your side? You should be happy it's
Friday. Because it's Friday. Because I work 7 days a week. But it's Friday, and I have no happy hour in my future.
Well, this is the happiest hour we have right now. Let's just be honest. This is the happy hour.
I'm gonna take it out on all of y'all. So y'all gonna watch my slow descent into madness.
Oh God.
Well, hear it because you don't see me.
Guys, this segment is going to be brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. All in caps, description down below. Copy, paste, put it in the thing. 10% save, plus an additional percentage off in the site alone. So make sure to check it out and get that savings, guys. Also, make sure to follow our guys at Decora Lights. Make sure I pass by, give them a little holler, let them know that the guys from the Miami Geeks sent you, and there's going to be something good there for you. A percentage off on one of the cool LEDs that they have there. You need to check it out. By all means, description down below, it has everything there. Follow them. And yes, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just so no one comes with amazing news, which is 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, and a little something in between. Here now, let's get started.
I look forward to the day that you do that and you shit all over yourself. That
you see,
quality entertainment.
You see, Willie already started with his negativeness plus humor.
Oh, so no, I'm not negative. I'm positive that shit's going to happen, and I'm positive it's going to be funny.
Fine, it's gonna be hilarious. I'll let everybody out there decide to see if it was funny or not.
They're shaking their heads right now. They're nodding their heads. Yes, that will be hilarious because you're the one on camera, and so all of a sudden the green screen will have a very peculiar brown splatter on it.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I told you. Slow descent into madness. Slow descent into madness. Let's keep going.
Well, let's keep going right now, Willie. And right now, this is something that's pretty interesting, which is Bayonetta 3. Definitely still exists. It's happening, but they didn't show it in the Nintendo conference, which I was kind of like, why would they show a teeny tiny trailer, which I'm showing here, but they didn't show nothing about it. They just left it as is. But the best thing about it is there is progress. They are working on it right now as we speak. Willie, tell me your thoughts, because I know you played 1 and 2, and I know you're kind of a big fan of this series because of how cool it is and all the graphics and all the things that happen in that game. What are your thoughts about Part 3 coming out?
Well, number one, I'm happy that it's coming out. I've always wondered why it's become so difficult. Why it was so difficult for this game to get enough traction to have a publisher. Because after Sega published the original, they just washed their hands of it. Then again, this is Sega of Japan, who I consistently say is the worst video game company.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know Konami still exists. I will contend that Sega is worse.
I will have to agree with you there, yeah. You're right.
I have no problems against Sega. You know, Sega has great games. They have great IPs. Whenever they want to use them, whatever. I'm not going to get on that rant.
Yeah,
but I always wondered why after Sega dumped Bayonetta, it took Nintendo having to make it pretty much exclusive for it to get any love. It's a good series.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, you're right though.
I mean, now she's in Smash, so I guess everything turned out.
Yeah, I guess. But it's still a good game, like from what I've seen.
I want you to think of the fact that there exists a video game where you can have Mario, Samus, Kazuya, Bayonetta, Pac-Man, Cloud, Ryu, and Donkey Kong beat the snot out of each other.
Yeah. I think if you would have said that like 12 years back, I don't think people would believe it.
Take out Donkey Kong, put in Minecraft Steve, because why not?
You're absolutely right about that. I don't think people would really understand what the hell we're talking about if we were told
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is video games, the video game.
It is.
Any moment now, they're going to go and announce that Ooh La La, and Crash Bandicoot are going to be in there.
No. Screw that. I mean, they already have everybody on that roster, even the kitchen sink. Can you imagine you have to play every player to unlock like some sort of secret ending or something to their story?
Oh no. There's a whole path to unlocking all of them. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. Well, okay. Back to Bayonetta.
Yes.
This is the problem with announcing things way ahead of time just to get hype. Because then people are going to sit there and say, yeah, but what about that other game that you announced? Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, okay, fine. We're getting another Metroid game, but what about Bayonetta 3?
Yeah, I found that very weird. Like in the presentation, they showed it before the presentation, and I got hyped. I'm like, oh, wow, they're showing Bayonetta 3. How awesome. Now, let's see if they talk about Marvel versus Capcom or anything like that. No. Just
I love your optimism for Marvel versus Capcom.
I still have it in me. They're gonna probably do a one day watch, but it's just whatever.
They will, but listen. After what happened with Marvel versus Capcom Infinite, do you really want them to rush into another one?
Not rush, but at least let us know that there's something that they're working on, and they're not gonna.
Yeah,
make
you know what
it
they're
like,
working on? You know what they're working on? More Infinity Cadbury cream eggs.
Stop. You know what?
It's just for
You're
you.
Done. You're done. You're done. I don't want to even hear about it because then suddenly that's all I need to hear. Hey, Punisher from the Miami Geeks, we want to send you a gift. And when I look, it's just a box full of those fucking.
What if it's the
songs.
other half of the Infinity Cadbury cream eggs?
Oh yeah,
and they tell you that you can glue them together and make your own.
Yeah, you know what?
Arts and crafts. Arts and crafts for the win.
You know what? Stop. You're done. You're done for today. I'm gonna talk about a subject.
So you're
right
saying
now.
you're saying that you and I are Dunyan rings?
I hate you so much right now. I just hate you. Well, let's get down to a subject for now, guys. It is not with Willie's dimension to talk about, which is Call of Duty Warzone.
Wait, play the clip.
The gun is good.
The gun is good.
The penis is evil.
Yeah.
That clip right there is amazing. I don't care what anybody tells me.
I mean,
but
it is an amazing clip.
It's fucking hilarious. I love that movie. But anyways, we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Warzone. Now supports 120 FPS on the PS5. But there's a catch to it. Yes, you can modify your PlayStation 5 to play the 120 FPS and whatnot to play Warzone. But you're going to need the HDMI 2.1 cable for it can do the 120 frames per second. Willie, being that you're into the IT and so am I, but you're more in depth into the cabling and all that stuff. Why the 2.1 and not the regular one?
Okay, first I want to make a clarification. You don't need to mod the PS5.
No, not mod it. Like, you know, the settings. That's what I'm saying. Not
it's
modding.
patched, and you can say, and it supports 120 FPS on PS5. And the reason why is because the HDMI 2.1 standard is the one that allows 120 FPS, well, greater than 60 FPS at 4K.
Okay.
So I'm guessing 4K, but 1440p. Bottom line is the bandwidth necessary requires HDMI 2.1. That means having the cable and a compatible television. Yes, it has to be a television that can do at least 120 FPS at 4K. So it'll have to have an HDMI 2.1 plug.
Wait a minute, because now I'm kind of curious. Because when I got the PS5, they gave us a specific cable there. I'm not sure if that's an HDMI 2.1.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Find out right quick. But within the whole story, the players can be experiencing a long time of the whole thing of getting the 120 FPS on there finally with the 2.1 cable hooked up to a compatible TV with all the patch notes or whatever from June 16th. So I'm going to say that that's amazing that we could get that type of quality gaming now for Warzone. But again, all this has to do with the cable. And yes, I know everybody's going to be like, Gabe, not mod. I'm like, yes, I understand what I'm saying. But there's sometimes on the PS5 you have to put certain settings for it could run on a specific rate. If you check it out, watch, believe me, you're going to see. Willie, did you find that cable?
I don't think that it's that it comes with a 2.1 cable. I think it comes with a 2.0 cable.
Okay. So then that's pretty much going to be then. But fine. all you gotta do right now, guys, just to play that game is get the HDMI 2.1 cable. Make sure it's a good one, not from Sedan or something like that. You're gonna buy it. Make sure you get a good one that's a legit 2.1 cable.
Yeah, because people go. You don't know that people go to Sedanos to buy HDMI cables.
They do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not even lying. They sell TVs there now.
Yeah, okay, but they don't sell HDMI 2.1 cables there.
Oh yeah, sure. Because you know.
Do you really think Atanasio from the corner knows the difference between HDMI 2.0 and 2.1?
At all, but let's not put tomato into this shit.
Atanasio,
all I know that they're gonna put it.
If you're listening to us, Atanasio, comment down below.
Please, down below in Spanish for me. I like.
You can get a regular 8K 2.1 cable from Monoprice or Belkin. Don't get the monster ones. Please don't get the monster ones.
Those are high price for no reason.
Those are extremely expensive for nothing.
I agree. They had gold tips because of the connector. When you put it in, just don't. Just don't.
And do not buy anything from Amazon that's marked as their brand. Like if it's marked as their brand, do not buy it. It will set your house on fire.
Yeah, there's been a big talk about that, guys. We'll probably put it up on our Facebook
they're being
page.
investigated because a lot of their Amazon's Choice electronic products catch fire.
Yeah, and that's pretty scary, and especially that they get good ratings and whatnot.
Because fire.
Yeah, but guys, so yes, remember, get your 2.1s. Make sure they're not freaking Monster and they're not Amazon Choices. Just get a good one, good price, put on your PlayStation 5, and game on, guys.
And you make sure you connect it to your TV on the TV's 2.1 port, because they might not all be 2.1. They might be 1.4 or 2.0.
That's interesting because I didn't know that part.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Well, usually the ones that are 2.1 are marked as such, and you'll see that they say like eARC on it, which is enhanced auto return channel for people who like to connect their TVs to amplifiers.
Yeah, I got the ARC on mine. That's right.
Okay, so if it's an eARC port, then that's HDMI 2.1.
Oh, interesting.
See, children, we're learning something today.
Interesting. All right, fellas and ladies, let's continue with this. And for those that are pretty much interested in what's going on with the PS5, any updates on their system, see what's going on, guess what? They're gonna have a PS5 system update beta. And if you want to be one of those guinea pigs like I do, which I signed up already for it, you can sign up for it and wait for a PlayStation to give you the okay to download to your PlayStation 5. Now, everything I'm talking about is going to be in the links down below. So you guys can follow in, click, upgrade, do whatever you got to do. And bada bing, bada bam. But yeah, they're going to be showing it out, putting it out there soon. This update news came out this week. I let the guys know. I let Willie know. But then I got to remember that I'm pretty much the only guy in the bunch that has the PS5. But
no, Serge has it. Doesn't Joe have it?
Joe? Yeah, you know what? Joe does have it. Serge and Joe have it. But Joe is very finicky about certain things about touching. And Serge just jumps the gun for everybody. So it's all good. We love you guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's the one that likes, dropping crates on people's heads. Bottom line, when you hear him say, "I got this,"
oh yeah, just duck and run, just die. You're just dead. And also, guys, with the PlayStation news, we also have the PSVR PS5 headset reportedly launching next year, and it's going to have an OLED screen. The PSVR headset could launch by the end of 2022. So this is kind of like a give and take. And according to Kotaku News, the PSVR headset. Handset, sorry, will be on the way by next year, end of next year, and it's going to have an OLED screen on it. So that's pretty freaking cool. I'm not sure how's that going to be a benefit while you're, having a freaking thing on your head. Or Willie, can you explain that part to me? Like, how will having an OLED screen, not on your face, but technically, I think it's going to be on your. It's going to be on your Joy-Cons, on your joysticks, whatever you want to call it.
No, the OLEDs are screens. They're going to be on your eyes.
Oh, but it was saying here that they're going to be putting on your hands, on the fucking, I was going to say glove, but the VR hand kit shit.
No, they're OLEDs are screens, and they'll be on your eyes.
No, I know what OLEDs are, Willie.
But before we go any further,
Yes.
can I just say that I love how you say the word Kotaku, like if you're on 8th Street.
Can you really?
I mean, just saying.
Are we gonna go there?
You cubified a Japanese word. I mean, that's like next level shit. It's okay.
But it happens, dude. It happens.
Okay, the idea is to have screens that will allow for smoother movement on the graphics.
Yeah.
And just sharper as well. They want, because the whole point is high refresh rate, so that you don't get sick on the VR.
I already have that.
I suffer from motion sickness, so I get sick no matter what.
Yeah, same here. That's just bad for me.
But yes, the idea is the OLEDs will allow higher refresh rates, which means better immersion. I'm down. Listen, I was a skeptic of VR. I got the PSVR, and apart from the fact that I do get sick, it's a pretty cool piece of gear.
Yeah.
You tried it out. You haven't played Resident Evil 7 yet, like you promised, but you have tried it out.
Once I get my vehicle fixed and I'm over there, we'll do it and we'll record it. We'll make sure that everybody has to see this.
Oh no!
It's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna have all the cameras on you. I'm gonna have a straight in front cam. I'm gonna have a side cam. I'm gonna have let's check his butt to see if he pooed on himself cam. There's gonna be all kinds of cams.
Jeez, man.
Listen,
great.
This
That's
is
all
a
I really
momentous
need.
occasion. This is a moment, and it has to be Resident Evil 7. They haven't announced VR for Resident Evil Village yet, which I'm sure they're gonna do.
They're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
You won't like that one because Lady Dimitrescu and yeah,
I'll let myself die all the time. It's like,
I mean, well, there's a little twist to that, and I'm not going to talk about that because spoilers.
It's fun.
But all I'm saying is Resident Evil 7 because those people are as ugly as I am, so you will be frightened.
Yeah, those people are pretty weird. I remember seeing the videos. Yes, you're absolutely right. But yes, I'll have to do the whole freaking VR thing because Willie wants me to get scared shitless in that game.
No. You promised.
Yes, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I did. But mostly Willie.
Blame me all you want. I don't care.
All right. But guys, so the whole PSVR, PSVR for the PS5 is going to have a nice crisp OLED screen on your face. So it's going to be pretty good. But still, we have to see when it comes out. 2 of them?
Well, yeah, because it's, one on each eye. Do you know how virtual reality works?
Willie, shut your face. Really?
Okay.
I thought it was going to be like one giant screen. Like literally.
No.
Like,
well, I mean, no, that's a little too bad. I mean,
like almost like a tablet.
2 images. You still have to have 2 images. Quick. All right. Here's a test. Here's a VR test. On the VR goggles.
A. What? B? No.
On the VR goggles.
Yes.
Where does a hamster go?
In the back.
Depending on how you see that, you're right. We're morons.
We're fucking morons. Sorry, guys. This is us every day.
I'm not sorry. I told you you're gonna slowly descend into madness with me because I am not out right now.
Anyways, guys, let's continue because you guys are gonna be just looking and go, "The fuck just happened?" We just talk about hamsters now.
Listen. This is our podcast is a demolition derby.
It is.
You're seeing things go around. All of a sudden, 4-car pileup.
Oh yeah. That's highly
Speaking of 4-car pileups,
oh god,
let's talk about Fortnite.
Let's talk about Fortnite, which it looks like Fortnite is coming back with the whole Thanos event that's going to begin next week with rewards. Though, I guess that's a positive. So yeah, Thanos event dubbed the Thanos Cup. So it's called the Thanos Cup. And it's pretty cool. I like the picture right here.
You know what the reward's going to be?
It has a fucking glove and everything. So it's pretty funny. But what is it?
There's going to be 2 rewards.
What?
The first one is Thanos' cup.
Yes.
The one he wears.
Done.
And the second.
I'm so done with you.
And the second is a montage of his dance moves. Play it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate you so much.
That's the guy that beat up the Avengers in the movies.
The sexy moves on that man.
Yeah,
I don't
dances, you know he dances almost as good as Kratos does.
You know what? Shut your face. You never say that again. Stop.
Play it.
No. Oh God, why? Why?
I'm having
I
a
didn't
good
want to
time
see that,
today.
bro.
Are y'all having a good time out there?
Oh,
I'm having
God.
a great time.
So look, anyways, all this is going to happen on June 26th. And yes, Epic is pretty much letting everybody know the Thanos Cup is the forthcoming limited time event for Fortnite beginning next week on June 26th, and even with new mods beginning next week. So stay tuned. We will pretty much have that covered as well for you guys. And I hate you for putting that dance thing, Willie. I hate you so much.
Listen, you know what? I'm going to make it up for you. I'm going to make it up to you right now. Okay?
You're going to make it up for me.
You know how I'm always complaining about how movies are always being remade and remastered and rebooted and sequelized and all that?
Yeah.
There's been one genre of movies that hasn't really had that kind of treatment until now. Get ready for rebooted blaxploitation. Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding?
Blacula. Remember Blacula?
Oh my God. Yes. I remember Blacula.
They're rebooting Blacula. For all you youngins out there who are listening to us, first of all, if you're under 18, what are you doing listening to this podcast?
And if you're under 18, who's with you letting you watch this? First of all, because I'm pretty frightened about this part.
So, the blaxploitation genre was something that happened in the 70s, which is just basically black takes, like African American takes, on other genres. You had the pimp movies like Dolomite.
Oh fuck yeah, I love Dolomite.
You had the blaxploitation version of Dracula. 1972, Blacula.
I love
an African prince who was cursed by Dracula after he didn't agree to ending the slave trade. Because topical. And it was goofy, and it was exploitative, and it was funny.
Can I point out one thing about Blacula that I always thought was funny? Why do he look like a werewolf at times?
Listen, why you gotta bring race into this?
I'm just saying, vampires and werewolf, totally different things. But why did Blacula look like almost like a werewolf at times? He grew hair in like these parts right here in his face, which I was like, how? Like, and then I was like, okay, maybe he has like a certain thing with the beard and whatnot. But I was like, why does he have hair in that part of the region of the face? So I was like, is he part werewolf or something? Or
okay, I'll tell you what. Just to say that he has a really odd case of dermatitis.
We could work with that. Yes.
But anyway, MGM is working on a reboot of Blacula because nothing can be left alone anymore.
Okay.
Any day now. I'm waiting for the day that they announce the reboot of The Godfather so I can watch the world burn.
Oh fuck you! I will go there personally and ruin the set every day. I don't care.
You know that they're talking about Scarface.
I heard that one, and I'm not even.
And it's gonna be an African American.
Not bothered by it. I just don't like more remakes of a good movie already. Because then now I want to be seeing that one, and I want to see, like, let's be honest, we're gonna have a black Scarface. Who's his villain?
It's like, okay, who's it gonna be?
I'm trying to wonder because
one of his friends, a rival, whatever they make him, drug dealer, gang lord, whatever.
I mean, it could be, but like, I cannot picture in my head another Scarface trying to fight a Sosa. You get me?
You know what? Funny thing is, no one could imagine Tony Montana fighting Sosa back in the days because Scarface was a movie back from the olden times.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was totally different because they only allowed white people to act back then.
That's true.
Bunch of racists.
But still, even then, like I can't even, like, right now, Scarface is in a level where I'm like, I don't think it should have not even a remake or nothing because it looks so good. Even till now, because you would just look at it and be like, man, this looks like something that happened dead in the 80s. And you will think that Scarface was a real character, like something that really happened here in Miami. Like, dead serious. That's what I thought about it when I first saw it.
Because it was based here, and it was based around the Mariette crisis.
And Mariette, that's right. And you will think that was like a legit thing. That's why I was like, oh, badass.
So they'll do something like that and make it, to topical to our times. They'll probably throw some stuff there about how he's being targeted by BLM or something. Who knows?
Interesting. You know what? I will
Listen,
give this movie a chance. I will give it a chance.
If
I
you
would like to
are
see
if
something
you are
like that.
if you are a truly creative person, you can make many premises work.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say any premise, but you can make certain premises work. You can make
Mhm.
them work even if it was totally 100% different the last time.
Yeah. But you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts about this? I mean, besides the fact that we're talking about Blacula reboot, but everything else in between we're talking about, even to the point where we're at the Scarface reboot, because we're kind of, I'm kind of interested in opinions and thoughts about all this. Sorry guys, I have like hiccup burps. It gets in the way sometimes.
Burps.
Sorry. So yeah, little
Burps.
hiccup burps, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, they get in the way. Hiccups. There we go. And yeah, so comment down below. We would love to hear your thoughts about this, and let's conversate about it, because I think now that Willie mentioned, like, if they were to put like things that are happening now into it, I would like to see this movie and try to see how would they twist it around. But I would love to hear your opinions on this. Comment down below. Let's have a conversation about it.
I got a question about for the listeners and viewers.
Oh, go ahead.
What movie would you consider to be untouchable as far as a reboot or a remake? For me, one of them they already talked about, which is Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But the other one, my favorite movie of all time, arguably, The Princess Bride.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with you. Mine is gonna go right back to Olden, because not too Olden. I say Olden because this is a movie that me and my father, before he passed, we will share this movie a lot. And it was the first Godfather movie. Something about that movie,
Yeah.
you just sit there and you're like, oh, it just touches you in such a way because it's so passionate, and the things that's going on in that movie, and it just, like, my God, like it touches you, and you're like, I don't want nothing to happen to this movie. If they were to redo part 3, I will understand, but part 1 and somewhat part 2, I'll leave it as is.
There are many people who will agree with you and say that that one is the trilogy in general, but primarily parts 1 and 2, because those are the golden standard of movies, and
Yes.
many people are against anyone touching it, even though they're talking about it.
I'm not fond about it, but to me, that will be the movies not to touch. And if I were to choose a second, man, I'll probably say Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is a one of a kind. That's like them trying to redo Blazing Saddles, which, by the
Which
way,
they
they're
are.
gonna do. Remember the cartoon?
Yeah. I'm still not thrilled about that.
Nothing
Either
sacred
way.
in this world. Nothing sacred in this world.
Nothing. But still, we will love to hear what movie you guys will not like them to touch, or whatever the case is. Just comment down below. Let us know. And we shall continue now with James Gunn talk to Marvel and DC about having a Guardians of the Galaxy / Suicide Squad crossover. Look, we know that there's a DC and Marvel crossover along the line. I personally never heard of a Guardians of the Galaxy Suicide Squad movie crossover. Do I want to watch it? Yeah, I do. I just don't know how we're going to get the Guardians to Earth or have the Suicide Squad
The Guardians were on Earth.
Well, they were until they left.
Well, I mean, yeah, no one's there forever.
True. But that's the
Soon we will
thing.
all escape this mortal coil. Yeah, yeah. Mayhem and depression. There you go.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Willie. We
No
just
problem.
lost.
But
We just
listen,
lost.
Marvel and DC have worked together before.
Yeah.
In 1996, they jointly published the DC versus Marvel crossover, and then they did the same thing in 2003 with JLA Avengers. But that was comic books, and seeing the MCU coordinate with whatever DC is calling its universe is gonna be a non-starter. It's like Kevin Feige is sitting there and saying, "Yeah, I don't, no. You know what? Thanks for the, but no." but no. But you know what?
Mhm.
It was a worthwhile try.
It was.
Okay. I haven't. We've seen only little bits and pieces of James Gunn's Suicide Squad. It looks entertaining, along the lines of Guardians, but the Guardians are the gold standard. Would you agree?
I totally agree with you on that. I would. I just, as much as it is interesting, a good thought to see something like that happen, I don't see it with these two though. These two for
How
me
could
will be
you?
like how, like it's a lot of hows. That's all that's gonna be like. How will you get the Guardians to cross with the Suicide Squad? How are they gonna be like
I can
how
think of one
like
way.
how
I can think of one way.
how?
The Suicide Squad is called out because a group of enhanced people showed up, and they want to have them, taken care of. And they go up, and it's the Guardians that just showed up and just happened to park a Benatar in the middle of Central Park.
Okay, that could work. Yeah.
But
Or something happens that they're fighting Darkseid or something. That Darkseid comes and they have to come to Earth and they have this little mashup with it. I don't know. It's like there's so much
The Suicide
that we can
Squad-
actually put on there.
the Suicide Squad is on a mission, and it's some reality bending villain. There's quite a few in the DC universe,
Yeah.
and that villain goes and blasts them into the MCU.
Mhm.
And the MCU is all about being blasted into different dimensions.
Yes.
So there you go.
Well, all right, there we go. But I guess this thing shot him down. I guess we're never going to see it, but it's fine. I guess, in my personal opinion, it's fine because we were never seeing it and we're just going to be there now just wondering, well, what if, technically.
Mhm.
But it's fine with me. Now, being that we're on the Marvel, in this whole Marvel Universe thing right now, guys, Morbius star Tyrese Gibson is pretty much was in an interview and he confirmed that Morbius is part of the MCU, but Sony denies the news. I'm not sure who to believe now. Tyrese, we know him from Fast and Furious and all that stuff, and now in the new coming movie Morbius, they did an interview with him with Comic Book, and they asked him pretty much, so Morbius is in the MCU, and he pretty much said yeah, and they kind of like trying to make sure if he understands, like, the Avenger world MCU, right? And he's like, yeah. So I could probably say personally, I don't think that Tyrese knows the difference between the MCU and Sony verse of Marvel.
I'm going
But
to go and lay out
what if he
another
does know
possibility.
though? Go
I'm
ahead.
going to go lay out another possibility
Go ahead.
that he's trolling.
I mean, he is known for that sometimes, right?
I mean, we all are in our own way.
Hmm.
But I'm saying, maybe he's just trolling.
You're probably right about that, man. But what if, let's just say, what if he is right though? And this is something that they didn't want to discuss, in the news or anything it could be kind of like a big surprise. What if Morbius and whatever Sony is pushing out right now is going to be part of the MCU?
Well,
If
that
no, I'm not
was
saying that will
the
happen.
thought. That was the thought after the first Morbius trailer, because it showed that Spider-Man was in that universe.
Yep.
So entirely possible. I don't know what the plans are. Remember that the deal between Sony and Marvel is one of, they're pretty much touch and go. Yeah, Sony wants to be a part of this because you goddamn well right that they want to be part of this. So, Spider-Man Far From Home made $1 billion. You think that could have happened with just Sony handling it? Trick question. The answer is no. Sony desperately wants to be a part of it, and Marvel desperately wants to get all those properties in the MCU. Now, are they going to agree to it? That's the thing that, the money's right. They'll both do it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But we'll just have to wait and see.
I agree, Willie. Well, Willie, we only have one more subject here that we want to bring up right now. Do you want to bring this one up?
Yeah, this one was one that was interesting to me.
Go
And I'm
ahead.
a strange person, so what's interesting to me might not be interesting to anybody else. But I think it's something that was like, I never thought about this before. So, you know what the Hollywood Walk of Fame is. Of course you do.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, the little stretch along Hollywood and Vine that where a whole bunch of stars have their stars on there. A whole bunch of celebrities get a star that people can go up and take pictures of and walk on and put their hands on and
Put their
whatever.
hands on it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't realize what the process was for a star to get his or her name on the Walk of Fame until the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the people that the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce is the one that handles this, announced the stars that are going to be included in the 2022 Hollywood Walk of Fame now.
Okay.
And it's a very extensive list. And I was surprised that some of these names hadn't been on there before. But then I found out why.
Okay.
First, the list. I'm going to give you a quick running. I'm not going to give you all the names. But they're broken into different categories. For example, motion pictures. Francis Ford Coppola, Macaulay Culkin, Willem Dafoe, Salma Hayek, Helen Hunt, Michael B. Jordan, Regina King, Ray Liotta, Ewan McGregor, Jason Momoa, Tessa Thompson, and a name that I didn't, and this is what really started piquing my curiosity as to why this hasn't happened before, Carrie Fisher.
The late Carrie Fisher, just for those.
Yes. This is a posthumous induction. Then for television, you have Ricky Gervais, Bob Odenkirk, Byron Allen, Tracy Ellis Ross, Ming-Na Wen, and Kenan Thompson. Yes, Kenan.
Wow.
For recording, the Black Eyed Peas, George Clinton, Khaled,
DJ Khaled.
Avril
Oh my God.
Lavigne, Los Huracanes del Norte, all right, Martha Reeves, and Nipsey Hussle.
Huh.
And again, this is not all of this. I'm just going through a couple of them.
Yeah, this is just a brief one.
For live theater and live performance, Marilyn McCool and Billy Davis Jr., which rings only to people my age. Radio, Richard Blade, who I have no idea who it is. And for sports entertainment, Michael Strahan.
Huh.
That's a huge list. That's a whole lot of stars they're going to put on there, right?
Yeah, but so what's the catch though?
They're not so fast because they don't automatically get a star. They've been nominated to get a star. Now they have to decide whether or not they want to be on there. Because once you've been selected, you have to go and pay a $50,000 fee.
50,000?
Yes.
Nah.
And
bro.
after that, you can schedule whatever event you want to have in order to, to unveil your star.
$50,000. We're still
But you
there.
only have 2 years to decide whether or not you want to pay that $50,000. After those 2 years, you forfeit your selection.
50,000. I'm still
So,
stuck on that money.
For
That's
those of you,
that's a new
for those of you who
car.
thought-
That's a new car.
For those of you who thought that it was an honor to be selected, yeah, it is an honor, but they're giving you the honor to pay them $50,000.
Yeah, fuck that. You know
So,
what?
yeah,
Just
I mean,
give it- just paint my face on the floor or something. I don't know.
No. Don't worry about that. There's people who can pee that on the floor. But I never thought about that. So yeah, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce picks your name, and if you feel so honored, you can pay them $50,000, and you can make a big deal about it.
I'll say let's do a monthly payment because I ain't gonna pay 50 like that.
No, I ain't got no. Okay, hold on. If you got your name, if they nominated you to be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, it's because they can hit you up for 50K.
Jeez.
Guarantee that they're not going to be calling any of us
Yeah.
because we don't look like we got 50K laying around.
I could barely even have 10 in my pocket right now. Shit.
I may have 50,000 calories laying around, but I ain't got no $50,000.
They're freaking insane. They're freaking insane.
They are, in fact. I'm just saying.
But you know what, man? Fine. Fuck it. Guys, what are your thoughts? If you're this famous and they chose you, will you pay the 50? I mean, just asking for a friend. Because if you can, you can talk to us and something.
Tell you what, I can help you get on the Calle Ocho Walk of Fame. It's not as much. I only need $2,500.
Dude, I don't need all that. I don't even need all that. Just them to go, hey, are you Punisher for the Miami Geeks? Are you Uncle Willie from the Miami Geeks? Okay, cool. Let's have some croquetas and a colada, and that's it. Leave.
No. Listen.
I'm done. I'll be fine.
I'll get you on the Calle Ocho Walk of Fame.
Yes.
I'll draw the star myself.
Oh.
Just give me $2,500.
Only 25?
2,500.
I'll give you 350.
That's enough to take care of my problems and to have enough left over to get in a couple new problems.
No, it's fine. I'll give you 350. That's all I'll give you.
No, 350. I don't want no 350.
350. How about 350 and a biscuit?
Do I look like a
350 and a
creature from the
biscuit.
Paleozoic era?
I'm giving you a biscuit. I'm putting the biscuit there.
No. Wait, which biscuit?
You choose. It's yours. It's gonna be 350 and a biscuit.
I want a cheese biscuit from Red Lobster.
I'll give you 2 just for the fuck of it.
Make it happen. Let's go.
Let's do it. We're gonna put my name on the sidewalk, and it's gonna happen for 350 and a biscuit. Yes, 2 of them. Sorry,
Punisher.
2.
Punisher, spelled with 2 S's.
Just for fuck of it. I don't care. Yeah, put 6 if you want. Just Punisher. Just because. I don't care.
You're a bunch of morons.
Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing podcast. And as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. As I want to say, this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. All in caps, description down below. Copy, paste, 10% safe. You know how it works, guys. And also follow our friends from Decora Lights, which they have awesome stuff. And let them know the guys from the Miami Geeks sent you. And yes, now like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification button just to know when comes amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and a little something in between. Guys, it was lovely seeing you. And we'll see you next time. Peace.